Hello everyone, it is I, Michael Gaming YT. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel. So I learned of a little tier lit website or whatever, and I like it. So we're gonna rank every single piggy map. I don't know why there's I'm not that cool. And yes, that does include the 2 maps and the obby battles and this and Megan. Okay. So, before I do it, we need to make another tier. Ooh. This. Trash. And the final one. Perfect. Now I'm going to remove this option, and if you're thinking why, it's because I have played all of the piggy maps. So yeah. So let's get started. House. House is a good thing, I feel like. It's a good way to get starters to know the story at first, even if half the time Carnival it shows them. But it's not the best. But it is a good tutorial map. It's like, okay, so originally Piggy was made as a joke, I'm pretty sure, if I'm getting my facts right. So he didn't put that much effort into House. Nowadays they've gone through many glitch updates, so we're just gonna put it in meh to be safe, because it's not too good, but it's also not too bad. It's in the middle, if you will. Station. Oh boy, Station. Station was one of the second maps to include a new way to die, and besides being killed by Piggy, and that is the acid. In the basement there is acid. Why? I don't know. Can Minitoon please explain why there's a thing in Station with acid? Like, please tell me. I need to know for lore reasons. Anyways, the first map to introduce the being killed by something other than Piggy was House with its lasers in the attic. So I'm gonna put it in good because it is the first time we actually get a separate escape. Besides escaping just through a door. So yeah. It's also where we meet Doggy, so... Gallery. I like Gallery, and I'm putting it in amazing. Not because I think it's amazing, no. If anything, I would place it in bad or horrible. But because it's one of the best maps to grind in for season events that need those coin thingies, I put it in amazing. Forest. Forest is the first map to include a separate NPC that kills you with Sheepy, which is Infected Doggy. So Infected Doggy turned out canon, which is cool. Overall, the map is pretty cool. if I may. It's just a regular camping site. What do you expect? I'm putting it in meh. Not because it's bad or anything, it's just a normal camping site. School. The school is another normal map, but the first map with, like, codes, I'm pretty sure, and it's one of the main maps to get the 3 vegetable tiers or something. I don't remember their names. So I'm going to put it in amazing. Hospital. Hospital is the second act of school. Why do I say 3 acts for this thing? Well, it's because it's the bunny arc. Yeah. They usually only have 3 lives for maps and then they die. Yeah, so hospital is when we kinda learn we are immune to the infection. But I just hate how cramped it is. Like, I think that's what many two were going for, to be honest. But I hate how cramped it is. That is my only complaint. But I know someone will comment this. Oh, what if the cramp was on purpose? To that I say, I do not care. My opinions matter more. Just kidding, no they don't. So I'm gonna put it in bad. None are in the absolute trash yet. But what is coming up that, is going in the trash. Definitely. Metro. Metro is when we get one of the saddest tunes in Piggy, which is the bunny dying thingy when we have to leave her to be infected. Honestly, this is a peak chapter. I know I'm using that brain rot term, but it's honestly one of the better ones, mainly because it portrays how sad we feel for Bunny. So, yeah. Carnival. Let me just... Okay. There we go. Now, it's not to say I hate the ending cutscene or anything. It just, I feel like it's so garbage nowadays, mainly because people pick it just because it's the easiest chapter. Like, I get that you want to farm coins and stuff, but like, just do that in a private server. Don't just keep spamming Carnival just because you want one skin that costs 50 piggy points. Right over. City. City is one of the better maps in my opinion. It's hard, but not too hard, which is honestly super cool. Also, it's where we can find Miss P's room in the recent update, and it's where we can get the true ending of Plant. So, it's going in the S+. Also, it featured Grandma. Mall. Mall is when we meet Georgie. For the first time ever, the person we've been looking for was hiding in a stupid mall. Okay, so, how do I rank this? It's hard because I do like the mousing mechanic, because you can't just vent camp. Well, you used to be able to, but still, you can't just vent camp anymore. So, and I do like Robbie and the alarm mechanics. But I got a serious question to all of you. Can someone please tell me why, oh why, do the weird sensor bars for sensing thieves goes off with us? Like, are we a thief in the Doria Piggy? Because I know we're an officer, but are we a thief? Like, please, someone tell me why the alarms go off on us for no reason. Also, it's where you can get the prototype thing for the prototype skin thing. Overall, I'm gonna give it a good. It's where we first meet one of the more important characters, Georgie. So I thought it was really funny that in the ending cutscene for City, it was Georgie who hid and ran away from us during the city map, and people thought it was Mimi before Mimi was released at the time, so we didn't know her name. So yeah. Outpost is one of the more better maps. I do love it. Yeah. I love how the soldiers get implemented. I love how Zizzy is just killing anything except for torture. Like, YouTube. Torture, I mean as in a light. Like someone is lighting in fire, like, you know? Gotta say that, or else YouTube will get mad at me, I feel like. Okay. Outpost could be better, but it could also be worse. And I don't understand how Georgie managed to get to us and find out where we were. That seems a little weird. Like, I get that he apparently followed us, but how did the twins not inform Mimi or Giraffe that they were missing? Like, it seems unrealistic, but I guess they could have just made up a ploy, all three of them, to just go and make Georgie beat up Mr. P or something. I don't know. So, I'll give it a meh. Plant. I wish Plant was kind of more expansive of a boss fight, but it was the first boss fight Mini-Toon made, so you can't really blame him. I do love how we gotta give Mr. P the paper of his wife in the chapter. So it's also where you do some of the quests, like the Miss P skin quest. You gotta go there in order to do the finale of it. You also gotta do it for the prototype skin and stuff like that. So I'll give it a good. It's only bumped to good because it had 3 endings, one of them being the true ending for book 1. So yeah. Alice is a flashback chapter. I was so confused when I saw Doggy in the trailer for book 2, and I got so confused that he was also in book 2 as a thing. But since it's a flashback thing to introduce Willow and Rash, even though Rash is infected now, I guess it's kinda good. But not outwardly good. You know, I do love that it introduces new items, and now the purple safe isn't just a weapon safe, which I kinda wish it wasn't in book 1, so I'll let go see you. Store. Store is one of the easiest maps in Book 2. And I'm so glad for that. It also adds a character that is apparently trans in the lore, which is pretty cool. Which is Dessa. Apparently they're trans in the lore. I could be wrong. Someone please fact check me if I am wrong. So I'm gonna give it a bad. Not because Dessa is trans, but because it's just overly simple. I do like how we have to give Pony a carrot to get to the second part of the map. That is something really cool that I really like. I do like how we gotta give Zizzy the batteries in order to escape. Refinery is an interesting chapter. It's when the Zizzy X-Pony shippers were going crazy because of the ending. But it's one of the better chapters because it actually feels kinda like it's a secured prison place thingy for the TSP members. Even if I hate the TSP members, I do kind of wish we got Tigre moments more for Refinery, like a moment of hesitation. If in the ending cutscene we were escaping and he just looked so defeated and when he tried to capture us. But oh well, I guess that makes sense for the distraction chapter. So it's going in good. I know the Zizzy and Pony shippers are going to yell at me if I put it in meh or below. So safe place. The safe place is super cuckoo crazy. Also, don't mind me, I'm casually playing Cookie Run Kingdom on the side. So, yeah. The Safe Play chapter is one of the weirdest chapters in my opinion. I want to know how and why Raz is a thing in it. Was Raz ever explained in the Safe Place? I know his parts are in the newer version of it. But, like, where did he come from? He's just a random dude, apparently. I do like the lore implication that Z and Zuzi managed to escape from their own smarts. Let's be honest, though. It was probably Z who thought of the plan to get out, not Zuzi. No offense to Zuzi lovers out there, but, Zuzi kinda... How do I put this? Dumb. No offense. I do like the funny animation that Georgie does. It's honestly hilarious. So overall, I'm gonna put it in meh, because Raz drops it down by 1. Sewers. Sewers is honestly a weird map, but I do like how, in the sewers, we see spray paint by different YouTubers. That's something really cool that I really like. Aw man, I didn't get any rainbow cookie cutters. That sucks. Anyways. The sewers are quite weird. Oh, hello, Hollyberry Soapstone. I'm getting off topic. The sewers are very interesting. I do like how Z and Susie aren't afraid to face a full-grown man who is an alligator. Like, they swap places. The alligator had become the prey. Also, how does Susie, or Z, I forgot which twin knocks Alphys out. Anyways, how do the twins knock out a full-grown man? How? Also, if you're wondering how I know Alphys is a man in Piggy, is because of the hands. You can always tell if someone is a girl or a boy by their hands. If they're the curled finger hands, then they're a girl. If they have fingers, they're a boy. I know, that sounds kind of weird, but oh well. So sewers get... this. Sorry, game, but... Hold on, let me finish my cookie cutter thing. Okay. It's terrible. Ah! Okay. Queen of Autumn Sound Charts. Factory. Factory is the first chapter to have a different ending. I know, super cool, right? So many of you are probably asking, how do you get the different ending? Literally, all you need to do is just feed Pony 3 swords, and do not, and I repeat this, do not free anyone, because then they won't interrupt Willow and fight with Willow to save you, so Willow just pew pew at you. Overall, meh. I do like how we learn that Willow has a brother, even if it was a little cringy. Port. You know what? Port is horrible. You know how many times I have died to the dumb dolphin guy? I died to him like 1,000,000 times. Just trying to be the chapter. Like, okay, the area is kind of cramped inside the apartments. Like, if you get spotted, you best hope that you do not end up going into a trap or getting caught in a tight space. So, yeah. I'm sure you know my thoughts on that. Anyways, ship. Ship is a ship. But it does have 2 secret things, and I do love the secret radio message, especially in reverse. It's kind of creepy, so... Docs. Docs as in DOCKS YouTube. So... honestly, it's a horrible chapter. Even if you need it for the hidden ending for Lab, it's still kinda horrible, in my opinion. So, yeah. Temple. Temple is, horrible as well because it has a spider and I'm arachnophobic. Camp. Camp is literally just at the outpost map, but snow themed. Well, it's not really just a reskin. You do have to exit by elevator and stuff like that. It just, if Pony and Willow's AI sucks, then the NPCs will just not die. So, I'ma put it in good, because I do like how over time it will change atmospheres. Lab is the final chapter, final canon chapter in the story. But it does show us that we do not need an intro cutscene, which I do like. I just wish it was done earlier so it wasn't as much as a shock. But I won't say that it isn't a good shock. It's a very good shock, in fact, that we don't have an intro cutscene. I mean, what would the intro cutscene be about? Us casually talking to ourselves? Well, we do that, so... anyways... Lab will go in S++, mainly because I like the hidden ending, or true ending if some of you believe it, the true ending of the game. I do like that Penny can teleport, but not on top of the player. So, unless you get extremely unlucky. I do like in part 2 that you gotta give either Tigre or Willow the weapon to specifically do it. Also, by the way, some of y'all think you have to give one of the weapons to the other and then give the last one to the opponent that you want to win. No. You do not have to do that. You can just give one of them the weapon. And boom. Also, I think it's really funny that the opponent goes down with water if you leave the water gun for last. I do like that Tio is a guy. Dude, man. Anyways. Distorted Memory. Distorted Memory is the first character-focused chapter. Well, to be honest, wouldn't all of the book 1 and 2 chapters be the player character-focused chapters? No? Okay. But Distorted Memory is the first official character-focused chapter. It features Georgie as he tried to escape his mind. Oh. Hold on, my father is calling for me. Because he doesn't want to do anything. So, I'll be right back. back. I'm back. I'm not sure if y'all heard me. Anyways. So, distorted memory still has one mystery that is a mystery. And it's the eyes in the sky in the backyard. Whose eyes are those? Are those meant to be Penny's eyes? Are those Tio's eyes? Like, who do they belong to? We need to know. Hopefully Intercity answered that question. But likely Mr. Ditchy. Honestly, I'm gonna put it on... horrible. I kind of wish they used Piracy instead of Memory, but I do get why they used Memory, because Memory could be a resemblance. Well, it does strike a resemblance to Penny in her weird infected state, even though it doesn't have legs. Heist is the second character-focused chapter, featuring Willow and Pony, but it's mainly a Willow story. And because it's a Willow story, I'm putting it in trash. Just kidding. It's honestly one of the better ones, so I'm gonna put it in amazing. Distraction is a Zizzy character-focused chapter, and it also may canonize Tio, if not Tio. It also canonizes Mr. Ditchy if the arm is Mr. Ditchy that grabs her from the back and pulls her away from Tio. Maybe it was helping her. Maybe she's the mysterious zebra with the hood in Intercity. Who knows? But besides that, it also confirms one of the biggest ships. Pony X Zizzy is canon. So for that, we are going to put it in S++. I love how Tio tried to make her believe that the twins got infected and are hunting her. Because let's be honest, if the twins actually got infected before Zizzy, they would most definitely never attack Zizzy. Even if they saw her as a threat, they would not attack her. So yeah. Breakout is an origin story for Tigray, where we learn he was in the army and he had a friend in the army who was Daniel, Daisy's brother, maybe? Because in, like, the one pig show I'm not going to mention, in case I get copyrighted, there is a character that's a donkey with a little brother who's a donkey. Anyways, I like the chapter. I like how you specifically have to be in first person to play this. It makes it a whole lot scarier, and it uses that you're in first person to its advantage. So, I'm putting it in amazing. Mansion is a Zuzi/Z character-focused chapter, even if it's not really a character-focused chapter. I do like the skin clutch for Bella, even though I am confused on their gender. Like, is Bella a boy or a girl? Bella has eyelashes, or so it seems, but has boy hands, which I don't get. But Mansion is amazing because it means it basically shows us that in the ending it shows us a weird orb, so I guess Tio or Mr. Ditchy has orbs now that they can just throw. Decay and Delirium. I am going to rank the two together because they are seriously one of, if not the best chapters in Piggy. These two character-focused chapters are based on Bunny's perspective once we left her at Metro. At least in Decay. We'll talk about Delirium soon. Basically, she goes on a whole adventure trying to find her sister and has hallucinations while becoming infected. And we also get the shocking realization that once they themselves are infected, they see others as infected who are non-infected, which means that infected Penny and all the other infecteds were just trying to protect themselves and to kill an infected that they saw in us. They don't think that they are infected. But she ends up getting knocked out by a gun by a wolf, and that ends the chapter there, which is pretty cool. I do kinda hate the chase scenes. They're kinda long, especially the second one, which kinda threw my motivation out of whack. But I did end up beating it somehow. I don't know how, to be honest. So it gets an S++. Honestly, a good chapter. Would not change anything about it. Delirium. Delirium is also on the same level of Decay. It's the second story of Decay, but it's an alternate timeline where Sheepy and Bunny found each other. Basically, in the first chase, you just have to break open a lock and go through the door. But if you don't want to go in the normal way, you can just skip to it. Originally, it was meant only available to those who actually beaten Decay. So, yeah. But I do like that it gives some backstory to Bunny. Like, immensely. Not just showing us that she has sisters, but in fact showing us that she went to the school. Well, college, I guess. It also shows us that she had a birthday party. But what I do not get is why she's hallucinating the wolf, the mouse, and the horse guy if she never even met them in this timeline. I guess she could have seen them in the hallucination. But why would she? She doesn't even know the people at the time. Also, where did the horse come from? That's what I want to know. Who is this horse to Bunny? Anyways, Holiday Spirit. Holiday Spirit is really a TSP character-focused chapter in general, instead of just being one or two people character-focused chapter. You play at the TFP trying to get parts for a play that Felix is setting up, because Felix is too lazy to get the parts on his own. Who would have guessed? Anyway, the play goes wrong, and Felix blames it on Tigre, because they all hate Tigre for some reason. But Willow loves it, and I'ma give it incredibility, because it shows us the current status of Willow and Tigre, and it shows us that they've been hiding, in a bunker-like thing for a while now, judging by how fluffed up they are. Well, their fur. Also, we do know what happened to the Safe House game after the events of the hidden ending, which means the hidden ending is the canon ending. So, yeah. Because in book 1, chapter 1, you can find these photograph that tells us a story in a comic-like situation, showing us and the rest of the Safe House gang being trapped and likely starved to death. Jeez. Like, why you do that? Like, oh my god. But I do have hope that we are live in Intercity and we will save ourselves. So yeah. Winter Holiday. Winter Holiday was one of the first maps to actually be themed around a holiday. It was the first thing that gave us a holiday to relish about, and it even gave us our first event holiday skin. If you're wondering who the first event character was, it's Mr. Polly here. I'm not good at editing, so you likely don't get to see a picture of him, but anyways. Distorted Holiday. Distorted Holiday is basically a retake on Winter Holiday. It's just distorted. You can tell because it still has the same castle, even though it's slightly distorted, as the title hints. It had the cabin in the back, the cabin in the middle, and a few cabins. It had the maze, which is so hard to get through. Overall, it looked stunning, but kind of hard. And I kind of don't care about it. Also, did anyone notice that the skins for it was literally, like, referencing Nightmare Before Christmas? Household. Now, many people will not know what Household is or will. But Household was another game that Minitoon worked on as an April Fool joke. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Basically, you had to get all the keys, and it gave the house a penny by opening locks at the back to unlock it, and once you do it, you'll get a free skin at the end. Honestly, it's super funny. I really like it, so I'm putting it in good. House EXE. House EXE is a really funny chapter. I like the jump scares. Home. Home was a joke chapter that may or may not be canon to the Piggy timeline set in the far, far future, but I don't know. Anyways, it features us doing chores and us doing our taxes, like the good, responsible person we are, until we start missing our friends, and we finally see another human besides ourselves. And Tio, I guess. So we go to them, I guess. And at the guide dates, it's apparently illegal to go where the animals are. Which, did that make us... never mind. Amazing chapter. RB Battle Season 2. You might be saying... to your screen right now, or commenting, where is Piggy Map Season 1? Well, Piggy wasn't in Season 1. Also, I'm pretty sure RB Battles was only 2 seasons. Season 2 and Season 3. The map is pretty good because it was made back in, like, Book 1 or book to chapter 1 or so. And it's really cool. It uses a dance machine mechanic. I do love the Piggy character they put for DJ Russo and Sabrina. It's really cool. So, overall, S++ chapter. Same for Season 3. I do love how it's a competitive chapter instead of being the normal chapter where everyone has to escape. So that's really cool. I like it. Metallica. Many people don't know what Metallica is because it was a one-day event. But I sort of remember it. I do have the skin for beating it, so clearly I beat it. Basically, you have to set up guitars and stuff for the band members Metallica. So they can play a band session. You do this by winning mini games and just getting it, all while Electrica comes after you. Very cool, very neat. I love the chapter so much. The Hunt. The Hunt chapter is the timeline chapter where we meet I forgot his name, but anyways, means you timeline jump to a castle, which is likely Tio's castle, because we see many drawings of Mr. Ditchy. Heck, we see Mr. Ditchy in a plushie form. But anyways, we also time jump to this weird apartment in the sky with a bat and with a very dumb eyeball. The eyeball is so annoying. The only reason I died was because of him. Honestly, I'm gonna put it in bad. Megan. The Megan chapter was created specifically for the Megan x Piggy collab and the Megan 2.0 movie. In it, you play as Explorer trying to get her body parts back. I'm pretty sure there were 3 or 4 endings. One where she's heartless and she runs away from you when you just ignore her. One where she somewhat likes you, so she lets you be free, but doesn't actively talk to you anymore. And one where you fully be her friend and she lets you go with her. I love the chapter, and I wish they brought it back, but without the skin reward, and which was that stupid centipede that scared me. Like, oh my god. Honestly, it's a good chapter. I just do not like it because of the centipede. And here is the final ranking. We have an S++, Decay, Delirium, Metro City, Chip, Lab, Detraction, Holiday Spirit, Winter Holiday, RB Battles Season 2, RB Battles Season 3, and Metallica. In Amazing, we have Gallery, School, Hate, Breakout, Mansion, House.exe, Home. In Good, we have Station, Mall, Plant, Refinery, Camp, Household, and Megan. In Meh, we have House, Fort, Outpost, Alleys, The Safe Place, Factory, and Distorted Holiday. In Bad, we have Hospital, Door, Sewers, The Hunt. In Horrible, we have Port, Docks, Temple, and Distorted Memory. And in Trash, we have Carnival. Wow, so exciting. I love it. And I hope you like this video. Why not hit that like button and even comment? And you can subscribe if you got all this way for and you like the video so much. So yeah, don't fall into evil hands. Ooh. And I'll see you guys next time. See you later. Also, yes, I will make a tutorial for getting Haywire Bonnie, Toy Bonnie, in the Liveware dungeon. Thank you for doing the community poll chat, and I will be making that video. Since it's summertime, I should be able to post a lot more. But I'll mainly post during nighttime because that's when my folks are asleep. So, yeah. So, bye everyone, bye!